Alrighty, this is a big video. This is a hot topic, and I know it's not the food and fitness stuff that you were thinking you were about to get. That's coming, I promise. But first, we're getting all the stuff that really makes a difference in the long run. This is like the juice that tends to get overlooked. So it's really important to me, and mainly because, and I probably would have thought it's crazy until I actually just tried it and whatever. But it's huge. It's personal development. Anyone? It's probably not the first shelf you run to in the bookstore, or maybe you are the person. Well, what, you're like a bookstore? Or maybe you're the person who's like, I've read every single book and I still need help. Okay, either end of the spectrum, we're gonna work with that. Here's what I mean about personal development, because when I started, I was kind of like, what? I'm not asking for a ton. I'm not asking you to start reading books after books after books. I'm not even asking you to read. Heck, you can listen. We'll get into all the different specifics. But if you see the quote from the picture, if you do what you always got, you're going to get what you always got. What you're doing is going to require change. You've already done the hardest thing by signing up. There's a couple steps, like you put in your email, and then you got an email, and then there's an app, and now you're here. Like, I know there's been a lot of steps. So you have already done the hardest part, which should feel great. Don't let, the fear of failure, fear of starting, and just not knowing information keep you from changing. You can't just keep doing what you're doing and expect different results. Like, right? Isn't that, what is that definition of insanity, I think? Funny, there's a Beachbody program called Insanity. Haven't done it. It's insane. Side. Yeah. So the personal development, let me tell you what has changed with me. I don't know, I just didn't know all the things I didn't know. I never, especially on the whole building a business, the entrepreneurial side, it is just so encouraging and so empowering to read about change, and reading people's stories about changing and being, willing to try something new and how it paid off. Just things like that. So I'm going to share with you resources that I recommend, and then I really, really, really want to encourage you to just be open to the idea of learning something new, of trying something different, and seeing what happens, okay? There's this, I don't think I explained it yet, but when you're on the home screen for the app and you open it, right under your picture there should be white little letters that say info and files. If you haven't checked that already, go ahead and do that. There's a whole bunch of templates and my recipes and stuff on there. That's where the measurement tracker is. But there's also a page called Personal Development Resources, and these are ones that I have read or listened to that I found really helpful. Personal development doesn't have to be about learning about a specific health and fitness type topic. It can, if you feel like you're completely overwhelmed and you have no idea what's true and what's not true. Sure, look into some experts. I have some resources on there. Maybe you're kind of working on this whole behavior modification thing, which is awesome. I feel like that's the missing link for everything. So look at those. Read books or listen to podcasts for people who have been successful, or there's just real life things. The first book I read once I got really into this was called The Slight Edge. I'm blanking on the author right now, but it's on that sheet. Jeff Wilson, maybe I'm combining two authors' names. I didn't do that. And the biggest takeaway, because there's always a takeaway, to me was time, and I'm just going to share this. I wasn't planning on it, but I hope you like it. Time is always moving forwards, right? You think the earth is always spinning, that's another minute, that's another hour, that's another day. And you're never just staying still. I know, and maybe this resonates because I was like, oh, that was me. I thought by just not doing anything, I was just kind of staying in the same spot. But this book put in perspective this diverging path, okay? Diverging path. You're either moving towards somewhere, you're always moving towards something. And it's usually either where you want to go or where you don't want to go. Inaction does not really move you anywhere. And inaction, you've probably heard too, is action, just not in the direction you want. So I have found the reading about that. The Slight Edge was great. Compound Effect is another really good one. Because really the diverging path is not the takeaway from Slight Edge, but it's what I remember the most. It just helps your mindset. I feel like I don't need to sugarcoat it. I don't need to explain it any more than that. If you want to help your mindset, if you want to empower yourself, make yourself better. Not that you're not great right now. You are, and you've already done hard things. But you can equip yourself to do more hard things, and you can equip yourself to feel more confident. You can equip yourself to just to do the changes, even if it's just learning about something. Like, I love learning about, like, parenting. I actually really like learning about parenting stuff because my kids are completely different from each other and everyone requires a different thing. We've read lots of parenting books. Some I really like, yes, some I don't. It's not going to hurt you to do it. And what my team has always encouraged me and what I have seen work and I think is doable, attainable, achievable is 10 minutes a day, just 10 minutes. I talked about books, but you'll see on that sheet there's a ton of podcasts. There are like incredible podcasts out there, and people do this like for free. Maybe they're like subsidized by stuff, but they have incredible resources. You can search like personal development podcasts. My favorites, I love the Chalene Show. She also has one around the business side of things, but I also love God Centered Mom. There's another one like Real Food Mamas I haven't really gotten into. I wasn't crazy about the first one, so I'll admit I haven't gone back. But there's tons. Search if there's a specific topic that you want to learn about or that you know you need improvement on. Just go ahead and search. And then here's what the job. So there's two parts, and I'm going to try to be organized. I should have thought this through and said this. Videos are harder than they look. I didn't know that. Sorry. You can tell I'm still kind of new at this, right? But I'm getting better, and it's all because I want to help you. So when you do personal development, the key is not to just read it and like check the box. It's to find a takeaway, right? It's to see, like, does this resonate with me, and how can it change me for the better? Or like, if I took this advice, what would happen? So I'll admit I didn't have a journal until recently to do it, and I didn't really want to do a journal. That was another habit, and I know this is hard, but we're all in this together, and the more effort you put into it and the more consistently we do it, the more automatic it's going to become. Like, I'd love to be one of those people that I journal and I like can look and grow, and I used to be that. But yeah, just things change. So we're working on that. That's something I am working on. I got a journal where I can keep personal development notes. It's for spiritual stuff, it's for books and stuff, because I really feel like all of that should go together for me, like the Bible studies and devotionals I read. My takeaways. I'm trying to write down a takeaway, at least one takeaway a day. If it helps, if you want to post, if you have a great one that you're like, this nugget was huge, or this quote, wait till you hear it. Like, no one's going to think you're crazy. If anything, we'll be like, oh, wow, I love that too. Nick doesn't know this, but I'm going to try to make like a vision board, like a motivational board in our house. If you come over, you may see it. I'm not sure he's going to like it, but I would just love to have that place to see it, place to, you don't have to, I know I'm a little crazy. But just to have a takeaway. Don't just be robot, read it or listen and really not be paying attention. Come up with a takeaway. If it helps to share it every day on the group, go for it. Add it in with your workout notes or your shake notes. If you want to just message me or just post it on your Facebook. Heck, posting on Facebook I think is great. But it's all up to you. Journal it, whatever. Try. And it's okay if you don't do it every time. But do something. And so what I would like you to do, that was a long way of saying getting around to this, was in the comments, put down something that you are going to pursue for personal development. Maybe you're already reading something. That's awesome. If you need ideas, check my sheet. If you even just have a topic that you want to search, I will accept that for now. But then after, by Monday, I want you to have this like lined up. Kindle is great. I use the girls' Amazon Fire because I don't wait for books to be delivered / I'll save $1 when I can, and I don't want to have a million books. I'm surprised I actually like it as much as I do. There's so many options. Don't let I've never done this before hold you back. Don't let the I don't know if I want to be changed hold you back. That's normal. I don't know anyone who be like, oh yes, change. I need change. Like, well, I mean, I know a lot of you are like, I need something. But I know, like, we all want change to be easy and painless, and sometimes we read things that make us go, oh, but those are good. These are growth opportunities, and you don't want to stay where you are, right? Like, you're in this group because there's something you want to change, and you want to pass good things on to your kids, and you want your kids to be able to be better than you are, and that type of stuff. Well, it just doesn't happen on a whim. I'm going to be honest. Like, it doesn't. You've got to make an effort. You've got to be intentional. Aim for 10 minutes a day or like 30 minutes on the weekends, both days. Either way, it adds up to about an hour a week. Like, honestly, guys, you could get through like a dozen books in a year, which I don't think I've read a dozen books since I had kids. I'm getting very close now. But, and maybe you can judge me for that. Don't. But being honest, and it's just powerful stuff. if you've never come across it, make this your chance. Like, hey, I would normally not do this, but Heather said to try it, so I'm going to try it. But yeah, I'm curious to see what everyone is reading. I am going to, there's 2 books I'm trying to decide. I'm going to go read the summaries one more time. 10X and 5-Second Rule. They're both action-oriented books, like versus staying in my comfort zone, fear of failure, fear of judgment type of procrastinating type things, which is going to be really good for me because I'm really good at avoiding things. But yeah, so I'm curious to see what you guys are going to read or listen to. Again, podcasts are great. I'm not going to buy You Don't Have Time because you can listen to a podcast anywhere. Headphones with dishes, while you're doing laundry, even just in a car. Your kids can make it. I mean, I guess that would depend on your kids. But anyways, the options, you have so many options and you have no reason not to try it. So 10 minutes a day, that's the goal. And tell me what you're doing. Keep in mind, I would hope you have takeaways. Okay?